my darlings, and welcome to the channel. I'm going to give you my brief reminder that, these are general readings. We're going to lighten up a little bit with this reading and just kind of do a general reading from Spirit. These are general readings, meaning that you have to use discernment. You have to know your story and what resonates for you and what is the right message to take. These are for entertainment purposes only. It's, the age we live in, but and I'm not just talking about this video, but you're probably watching a lot of tarot video on YouTube. Do it wisely, do it with discernment. Remember that people are connected at different levels. I'm not even going to go so far as to say anybody's trying to scam you, because I don't even think it's that. I just think that all of us that read cards and read energy, we filter through our own experiences and our own understanding. So everybody's interpretation, the energy is the energy, that's going to stay the same, but the interpretation can change a little bit. And the wisdom is from taking the pieces that resonate from you and forming a whole animal together. It's, I don't know if you've ever heard the story of the blind man and the elephant. I think it's an it's Hindu maybe, fable about these blind men that go into the jungle and they find an elephant, and each one has their hands on a different part of this elephant, and they effectively come to blows trying to convince the others that what they have is, the tail was a rope and the trunk was a hose, things of that nature. Had they worked together, they could have pieced out that what they had found was an elephant. Okay, this channel is my piece of the elephant. So take that. I pray it blesses you, but run it through your own intuition, run it past your own guides. Ultimately, that's the point of a spiritual journey, is to grow, and we grow with God by connecting to Source. Take in all the stuff that you need to take in, but then take it back to Source. Take it back to your guides, to your relationship with God, to what that looks like for you. I'm done lecturing. I will now draw cards. Like I said, lightening it up a little bit this afternoon. I'm going to do a general message. I'm just going to put 3 cards out. No, Spirit always wants me to do 4 cards. I'm going to lay 4 cards out and we'll just see where we go. Okay. My guides already said don't do reversals, so they're all going to be upright. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. I actually love doing these kind of readings because it's like a little bit of a mystery. The High Priestess, and then, pull it all together at the end. It's fun. 4 of Swords. And the Hermit seems to be the card of the season. And I'm going to clarify with my cat deck. These guys are so cute. Oh, I should have told you, actually, on the bottom of this deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. God, I love that card. That is beautiful. If my friend Kim is watching this, that card's for you, babe. And I love you. So that's our energy on the bottom of these decks. The energy on the bottom of the cat deck is the World. We got a new cycle coming. There's a cycle ending and a cycle coming. I've been getting this a lot from my guides. This is channeled message, not from the cards. I've been getting this a lot from my guides that this winter is very, very important, particularly for those of us with big destiny with this shift, because the shift picks up speed next April. I would say, especially if you live in the United States. April to October is going to be the heaviest part of the shift from what I understand. So take this winter to be prepared. These relationships need to start coming together, because these relationships are a big key for how we heal this shift, for how we heal the planet, for how we come into the new age, how we balance out the light to the dark. It's a lot based on these relationships. And at some point I will do a whole thing on that and then explain to you everything that I've been told about these, so that you have, my understanding. But for today, the cards we've got here are the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the 4 Swords, and the Hermit. I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying before I go over these. On top of the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles. I love the Five of Pentacles in this deck. It's the only deck that I love the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles in this deck resonates to the energy of the Hermit. That is the Nine of Swords. This deck has Roman numerals, and I sometimes get hung up. I'm like, wait, go back to school. How did we count out the things? I have, no, that is the Four of Swords. See, that, I knew I was getting it wrong, because that's, V is 5. Another 5. We got a lot of 5s and 4s coming out here. Another 5. Wow. All right, so 5 is the number of this reading. The Ace of Cups. That's a beautiful cup. That came out in this morning's 11/11 reading, actually, almost as our outcome card. 6 of Cups. That's your soulmate energy right there. Page of Swords. That's an interesting one. Okay, I'm hearing them tell me to pick another card to go with that one already. How funny. We got 2 pages. Oh, we ended up with 3 pages, actually. All right. Give me just a sec. Let me look at all of the cards and the messages that we've got going here. I know these cards are a little dark. It might be hard to see, but I'll hold them up to the camera and give me just one sec. Let me go and get my bearings. Okay, we have a lot of swords that came out on the bottom. The Queen of Pentacles, this has your energy on it. This is you. The beautiful Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, this card, actually, honestly, it's often if it's an animal card, it's a mother animal card with a baby with it. This one doesn't have that. The Queen of Pentacles is the nurturing queen. It is the queen that has her house in order and takes care of and nurtures those in her care. If you Christianity at all, the Bible, she's the Proverbs 13 woman. You know, kind of the epitome that all of us Christian housewives tried to live up to. But that's your energy right there. That is you. That is who you are. Mixed with the High Priestess. It's a progression. You're adding, it's not that you're moving away from the Pentacles to the High Priestess. You're adding this. You're adding this, and you're adding this over the winter with the Four of Swords and the Hermit. Rest and draw in. Spirit, I'm getting this message a lot. I'm getting it for myself as well. That's why I'm doing this 90 days of tarot thing, because this is a good way for me to work out my High Priestess stuff, rest, and Hermit energy as well. You have a very huge destiny on you with your sacred soulmate. The Queen of Pentacles has her stuff together. She's very nurturing. The Queen of Cups has the love. But love and nurture are, pretty much, they go together. This queen has, I just keep getting, I keep getting a ship analogy, like the ship is stocked, it's full of supplies, it's going to take care of everyone over the winter. Today is the solstice, so, I'm not going to tell you, prepare for winter, but I'm going to tell you prepare for winter. Have your household prepared, have your household together, have your pantry stocked, have your bills taken care of the best you're able to. Look out for the little ones in your care. Keep them safe. Keep them protected from what's going on out in the world. A lot of what's going on out in the world, they don't need to know. You're going into a season of High Priestess. You're going into a season of downloads and your intuition growing immensely, but only if you take some time to rest. Go into hermit mode for the winter. The best you're able. I know we all have jobs and things that require our attention, and over the holidays everybody's very busy, but at the very least, when you go into January, you need rest and you need to kind of seclude yourself. Prepare your house, seclude yourself, and connect with God. Connect with God as deep as you're able to connect, and then connect deeper. Grow and learn and allow. Well, that was a very strong push for my guides to say the word allow. Allow your high priestess to rise to the surface. You have so much inner wisdom, but a lot of it is blocked, and I'm getting that it's blocked by, day to day people telling you can't, not wanting to feel crazy because you have your gifts, perhaps. I know I've struggled with that. I mean, I came from a very Christian background. You don't read tarot cards in Christianity. In fact, my grandmother read tarot cards and did astrology and all of that. And she's the one that found Christianity and gave all of this up. So in a weird way, it's like I'm coming back to it, but I have all that baggage but my grandmother gave it up because it was evil. And yet here I am. And it's not. There's so much light and love and beauty. And my intention is to use these cards to bless anyone who comes to this channel. Find your inner wisdom and let that rise up. On top of your Queen of Pentacles, again, this is, I'm feeling this, prepare your household for winter. And on top of this, you've got the Page of Pentacles and you've got the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles in particular is the card that most people say, well, this is you're left out in the cold. Well, you don't want to be left out in the cold. That's why you're preparing your household. But because you're preparing your household, this particular Five of Pentacles in this deck, these cats are inside with their treats, with the ones they love, safe, looking out at the cold. They're safe and they're warm because the Queen of Pentacles is looking out for them. The Queen of Pentacles prepared a safe space for them and made sure they had what they needed. And that's a huge vibe I'm getting off of this. It's not just for your children. It's not just for little ones. It's for whoever's in your care, whoever's in your soul tribe, whoever's in your circle. You're being called to be the Queen of Pentacles in that. The Page of Pentacles, pages are always like new energy. They're messengers. They usually have a lot of enthusiasm. It's a very youthful energy, and I mean that could be why I'm picking up look out for your little ones on here. This page, the Queen is sending the page to make sure that this happens, but you're also the page to a certain degree, because it's not like I wouldn't think that you've got people to send out to do your bidding. So, but the Queen would send the page out to make sure that everybody was taken care of. So it's like a double down message on this one. The energy on that's a little bit wonky though, so I want to come back to that after we've read everything else and see if there's more clarity that comes off the page. On top of the High Priestess, oh, that's the Four of Swords again. You have a repeating message with the Four of Swords, and you've got the Five of Swords. While you're sequestered over the winter, watch out for dumb fights that rise up. It's not the main message of that, but that was what totally ran across my head right there. The Five of Swords is a false victory. It's something that this cat won the fight and lost two friends. You don't want to do that. I always see this card as a warning card more than anything else. I see this as, I'm coming with the Four of Swords, again, repeating message from up here. You need to rest. You've been in some kind of a battle. I mean, God, we all have for the last 2 years, haven't we? But maybe it's more specific for you. There's been a battle. It's time to stop and to rest, because if you keep fighting this particular battle, you may win the battle, but you lose the war. That's, what the energy of this card is. And you don't want that. You particularly, you have destiny and purpose, and this planet and this shift needs you. You can't afford to win the battle and lose the war. So take the rest, prepare your house, listen to your intuition, follow your heart, follow your intuition. This to me represents the third eye, because it's the High Priestess, the way this this card has this written on here, the sun up in the, it's like a crown with a sun. And I realize it's way above. I mean, maybe it's the soul star chakra, but it resonates to me as the third eye, the energy of it. The third eye is so wide open, it's had to leave the body and float up here. That's how it resonates to me. In the card itself, it's the sun and the moon is down here. And it's a card of balance. But I always see that as the third eye glowing, ready to take in information. On top of the four swords over here, you have the Five of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is, and I think that how this plays into the Four Swords and the Hermit, not everybody likes rest and hermit mode. You know, some of us excel in it, but not everybody does. And it's very, very easy to trip into Five of Cups from the Four of Swords or the Hermit position, because the Five of Cups is, you know, focusing on what you don't have and missing what you do still have. And maybe what you have isn't very exciting. This bowl has a tiny little bit of kibble in it. You know, that's not an overly exciting thing. All his other bowls are empty, you know, but there is kibble in it. He has what he needs because the Queen of Pentacles has made sure that he has what he needs. And even if you don't have other people in your life, do this for yourself. The other aspect, because the Ace of Cups is here, we have to always remember that eventually winter is over and spring comes back. And then we have the Ace, we have the new starts. Look at that fresh water running in this bowl here. And even though the Ace of Cups, because this is my sacred soulmate channel and because that's where my focus is, I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing in these two cards. Focus over the winter when you're in your rest hermit mode. Focus on your soulmate connection. Because if you take away 3 cups, you're left with 2 cups. Focus on the 2 of cups. Focus on your soulmate connection. Focus on being ready to step into that in a couple of months when those relationships start coming. After Venus retrograde, I think they're really going to start bubbling up to the surface. With this Ace of Cups, which is supposedly 1 cup, in this deck, because it's one of those flowing water bowls, it's technically kind of 2 cups. I could stretch it to that. So I'm seeing, you know, while you're in this hermit mode, you're getting ready for your relationship. Above everything else, keep that in mind. You are getting ready for union with your person, with your sacred soulmate. You're getting ready to come into divine union to fulfill destiny and prophecy. That is a huge, big deal. Don't lose sight of that when you're in this time with your high priestess mode, preparing. This is what you're preparing for. You're preparing for soulmate union and with your soulmate. On top of the Hermit, we have the soulmate connection. This is the 6 of Cups, which is a card of nostalgia. A lot of people think of it as thinking back to childhood. A lot of times it represents, you know, old friends coming back into your life, that sort of thing. But in a soulmate reading, particularly a twin flame, sacred soulmate, these relationships all go through a separation phase. So for me, the 6 of Cups in a reading like that, it's calling back to when you were together. Even if you were never together romantically, even if all you ever had with this person was a friendship, but you just know that that's your person. It's like this card is nostalgic about that. This card is talking about calling this person back. This person is coming back into your life. Next to it, we've got 2 pages, the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. Page of Cups always brings love. Page of Swords is a learning page. They're on to new projects, new learning. There's a word like right on the tip of my tongue that I cannot get. But this sitting on top of the Hermit card, you need to take some time here to study. Take some time over the winter to study spiritual matters, to fine-tune and refine your gifts. Whatever your spiritual gifts are, take some time to refine those over the winter, because your soulmate connection is coming back and coming back soon. And when they come back, they're going to come back fast and things are going to move quickly. The Page of Cups. I'm sorry. I just actually looked at this card instead of just the fact that it was the Page of Cups. I forgot that this cat is down a toilet, which is how a lot of us feel about our twin flame soulmate situations. They've gone down the toilet. But you know what? He's going to retrieve something beautiful down there. We won't carry that analogy any further, and come back into this Six of Cups. You have good things ahead of you. The Knight of Pentacles being on the bottom of the deck, it's a slow moving energy. You know, winter may feel like forever to some of us, but it is moving. And sometimes I feel like the Knight of Pentacles slows down because slow and steady is valid. Because some of us need to, you know, maybe we can't stop, but we can slow down and rest. Underneath that, I'm just going to go a couple cards down, and I'm going to turn the deck up because my guides are telling me not to use reversals. So underneath the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Devil. Right away, my guides are like, clear your devil energy. Use the light of the High Priestess to clear out any darkness in your life. And I just had a guide come in and said, particularly where this relationship is concerned, you need to do healing work on your twin flame soulmate relationship. And go slow with it. I just heard that again. Go slow with it. Make sure you don't miss anything. This is your winter. Make sure you don't miss anything. Make sure you don't delude yourself. Make sure this is the Seven of Swords. And it can be a card of thievery and sneakiness, but a lot of the times it's about self-delusion. It's about how we trick ourselves. Take your time to heal from this relationship, from all the crap that went down on this relationship. Did we get the Five of Wands here? We did not. Any pettiness, you need to heal this stuff. You need to heal it for yourself. You need to heal it for the relationship, because none of the stuff that went down in the past matters. When these relationships come back together, they're coming back in a clean slate, and what we do with them from that point on matters. But what happened in the past won't matter. Not so much in most cases. Underneath that, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a bird. Is a bird. It is a card of communication. It's fast movement. Once you've done these things, the Knight of Pentacles kind of gets out of your way, and now you're moving really fast. And what you're moving into is the Star. It's your twin flame relationship. It's your soulmate relationship, sacred soulmate relationship. I don't think that the twin flame relationships specifically are the ones that are coming into union this year. I think it's the relationships that are elevated off the twin flame relationships, elevated from the experience. It could be with the same person, but it's not the same type of relationship that's coming back. But this is your sacred soulmate, divine union. This is the destiny. This is what we're here for. I'm so tempted to look at the next card, but my guides are like, don't do it. So I won't do it. But that's your winter right there. You need to prepare for winter. And I mean that in several ways. I mean, like, literally just prepare for winter, especially, if you're in an area that gets severe weather and on all of that. I'm in Florida. Don't get so much severe weather here. But, literally like that. But also spiritually, like I said, if you go Christian roots into the Bible, this is the Proverbs 13 woman who has, her house taken care of. Nobody wants for anything in her house. Everybody's good. Everybody's taken care of. Get that set up, and then go into your hermit and your rest, heal your devil's crap, the stuff that went down in that relationship. It's time to let it go. It's time to heal it, and don't kid yourself that you don't have any, and don't kid yourself that, okay, I took care of it, let's move on. You have the whole winter. Be thorough. I'm going to end this reading here. I'm going to send you my love and appreciation for being here. I am on a 90-day tarot thing by my guides. I don't usually do tarot on YouTube. It's, I've done it. I do it in person. I've been reading cards for over a decade, but this is the first attempt at doing them on YouTube. I'm here solely because my guides have asked me to help balance out a lot of the energy that's on YouTube with tarot readings. to help facilitate the reunion of these, or the union of these relationships next year. So I'm here for the next 90 days at the very least. I appreciate your subscriptions, liking the videos so that YouTube will actually show these videos, because when you're starting a new channel, it's very complicated matters being seen. I trust Spirit though. These videos will go where they need to be. But I'm grateful for you to be here today, and I hope that this helped in some way. I hope this blesses you. I hope that you listen. Take the rest. Take the winter. Y'all, we're going to need it. There's not going to be time in the spring and summer. Things are going to be moving way too fast. Take this winter. There's a lot of stuff coming at us next year. Take this winter. Be prepared. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video.